are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again. Today, we have another amazing show lineup for y'all. We have an amazing returning guest, the one and only Sarah Wayne Callies. She is a part of this amazing season number 2 of the hit fiction podcast, AFTERSHOCK. And man, first and foremost, did you have fun with the first season? Because man, that was a wild ride for you.
The first season was really exciting for us. All the actors that were kind enough to sort of lend me their time and their voices, our brilliant sound designer and audio engineer, Jeff Schmidt, we just put our hearts and souls into it. And when it did as well as it did, everybody just kind of glowed. We were so grateful to everybody who gave us a chance to listen. And so, the second season, I just decided to take some bigger swings on the writing side and really kind of go for it. Talk about some things that I think maybe matter a little bit. Coming out of that first season, there's so much blood on the hands of all of our characters that I wanted to figure out a little bit about atonement and forgiveness and apology in season 2. Like, when you have done the unthinkable, what do you do now? What do you do with your heart and your mind and your spirit? And how do you do that in the midst of, what's still a bit of a war zone on the island?
And the latest episode came out last Tuesday, August 1st. What are some of the teasers that you can give to the audience of maybe what they can expect as far as what the next episode will drop, like when it will drop? Because I know you can't say too much about the details, but when's the next one coming out? Because I know people waiting for that.
So, new episodes are going to drop every Wednesday, and the cast will be smaller at the end of season 2 than it is at the beginning of season 2. Although, sort of yes and no. We've got some great people joining our cast in the middle of the season. Kelly Hu joins the cast, Jeff Fisher, Lovey Poe, David Morrissey. But this is always a show with a bit of a body count. I think, in this upcoming episode, Cassie discovers that she's capable of things that she would have thought she isn't, and needs a lot of help to dig herself out of the hole that she finds herself in, and has to rely really heavily on the other people around her to help her figure out what to do next.
And we do know some of the details people can read on the description when they go to the podcast on iHeart. What has been the most fun process? Because this is a hard job to do with, a lot of production, a lot of, hands on deck. What's the most rewarding part of the process in producing these episodes?
Well, that's such a good question. Visibility, maybe. I grew up in Hawaii, and when I got to the mainland for college, there was no mention of the Hawaii that I knew. Not the language, not the people, not the stories of dance or anything. And it broke my heart. And so a part of, and there's a lot going on in Hawaii right now with, Native Hawaiian communities working for land sovereignty and water rights and any number of things. And so I think some of it just starts with visibility. And so to have Hawaiian characters talking about land and water, to, collaborate with some of the elders that I know in the Hawaiian community, just for some guidance about these stories. We have a chant in there this season. We've got a little bit of Hawaiian music to just bring a little bit of a visibility to the community that I feel like I owe so much to because I grew up on their land. I'm grateful to have an opportunity to kind of write that into the story in a way that, maybe people haven't seen so much, right? Like there's real Hawaii, and then there's the way Hawaii is usually represented in the media. I'm trying to bridge that gap a little bit.
Once again, we're talking to the amazing person, Sarah Wayne Callies. She is of the season 2 of the hit fiction podcast AFTERSHOCK. You can catch this on iHeartRadio. Like she said, it will come out every week with a new episode. You want to keep in touch, make sure you go to AFTERSHOCKpodcast.com. Last and not least, I just want to say thank you, Sarah, for your time. And real quick, for those out there who are the creatives and they're working hard, what words of encouragement will you give to anybody who are, chasing their dream and continuing to progress in life?
I think, first of all, keep chasing, but I think a lot of it to me comes down to collaboration. This project wouldn't have happened without a lot of really great people saying, hey, I'm going to come to work and help you out for no money because this is all about heart. And so I would say, give that to people. When you've got people who've got their little heart project and there's no money in it and it's not going to make anybody famous, but it's a story that's been burning in their heart to tell. Lend them your time, whether it's pulling cable or making food for craft service or starring in it or producing in it or whatever, give, because it comes back. And you'll learn something from everything you're doing. And then, when it's time for you to make your story, lean on your community. And it's okay to say, hey, I got to ask some stuff. I promise I'll give it back to you when it's my turn. But we do these things together. I don't think any of us succeed in isolation. I think we all rise together when we work for and with each other.
Once again, go to AFTERSHOCKpodcast.com. You can listen to AFTERSHOCK Season 2 podcast on iHeartRadio. Thank you again, sir, for your time.
Yeah, Shemaya, nice to talk to you again. You do well.